Converge ICT's net income surged 158% in the first half of the year to 3.25 billion pesos. How does the telco plan to sustain this growth? Joining us now is Dennis Anthony Uy, the CEO and co-founder of Converge. Good morning, Dennis, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Hi, good morning, Rain. Thank you for having me here, and good morning to you viewers.
You're coming off fresh from your corporate earnings report. We'll go to that in a moment. But first, many market players were surprised and also not surprised by the inclusion of Converge in the 30-member PSEi. Not surprised because of the daily volume of transactions on the stock exchange, but also surprised because your listing is relatively new. What's your reaction? Was it something you pushed for? What does it mean to you to be included in the PSEi?
We are happy to be included in the PSEi, but we are really caught in the surprise also. So, in fact, we in less than 12 months of on the trading. So, I think we perform in this stock in the market upon the IPO until now is performing very well.
Sir, share prices, of course, now at 26 pesos 85 centavos per share from your IPO price on October 25 of 1680. That's a 60% appreciation in value. You've also tripled your net income in the first quarter, more than doubled it in the second quarter, and you're still on track to cover around 55% of households in the Philippines by the year 2025. How do you keep targets despite the limitations brought by the hard lockdowns, the pandemic, the permits of LGUs and homeowners association?
I think this is very clear sign to the Filipino consumer. Our Filipino consumer looking better in quality of internet service. No? So that means we bring this new technology and you can see this is a purely fiber network. No obstacle, no blockage in the network. So nowadays, because of this pandemic, people stay at home. You cannot go out, entertainment, work, and education. They realize the demand and requirement in the home at least minimum at 500 gig requirement in a month. Oh. So no else the technology can provide this except this fiber. No? So that's why you can see the demand. Our fiber penetration to the country as of today is not even, I think total is close to 4 million, not even 4 million households connected, and we have 25 million throughout the Philippines. So the market is really, disparity is so big. No? It's really the blue ocean market for the country.
Right. You're also claiming 47% market share of the fixed broadband segment and growing again your fiber business. Plus, you're forging international agreements to deliver even faster and remote connections. We're looking at SpaceX and your deal with Keppel, and now you're entering into content through fiber, offering what you call Vision. That's an all-in-one home entertainment service. Why this push into content? Is it the demand because of the lockdowns?
When I'm my business started in pay TV system the longest time. It's from Central Luzon. So we have Converge doing fiber, but we have a content company called PKN, which is a cable company. Recently, we just have a license throughout Metro Manila. So we got this cable license, and we put together on top of the highway, in the digital highway delivered to the home. So that's why we put this content on top of the highway. No? So this is sort of value-added marketing arrangement between a cable company with the broadband provider company to able have a bundle services to our broadband users at home. No? So this is the same market target and just do it the value-added service.
Sir, what does it mean to be among the essential services in a time of a pandemic? You're also, your branding is also pushing your consistency and speed. Does that matter more than offering the fastest connection?
Yeah, because even you're fast, if you're not consistent, that's useless. When you have the quality of the service, it should be if you have a state of the technology, this is run by the speed of light. No? We bring this new technology to our consumer. This is no baggage on the network. We don't have a legacy network to carry baggage to carry. So when we roll out the new technology product up to the home of the consumer is light. So that means this, we bring the super highway to the home individual consumer. That's why we have a better technology now in the market.
Overseas, we're seeing the tech crackdown in China. There's also a shortage in chips, a greater push for electronic vehicles. Here at home, what do you see, Dennis, that's happening here? What for you might be any risk events perhaps or opportunities in terms of, we have the elections next year, we still have legislation that's due by October. We also saw recent growth trajectory of the Philippines, especially with the lockdowns. What about fintech? Is that something that you're looking at?
Yes, the fintech important is we need to build for the digital highway to able bring this digital to individual users, individual home. Without this, we're not talking about any technology on top of this because basic requirement is a digital highway first. So my target, that's why we are building our aspiration by 2025. We're trying to bring all this fiber at this 55 to 60% of the home pass network to able to serve our Filipino consumer. In the future, we come out with a lot of value-added services on top of the highway. You can do security, the IoT. You can do all video on demand. You can do a lot of online gaming at the home. All this, once your highway is built, you're talking about online payment, e-commerce, everything is right on this single highway to the home. Yeah.
But are you also looking at remote access, one that doesn't need any undersea cable? Is that what your deal with SpaceX is going to be next?
No, that's totally different. If you're talking with the subsea cable, we need to looking in the future of the capacity requirement. When you Filipino consumer getting bigger of home connected, you need to thinking the capacity going out to the country because you need connected to especially where our content coming from, especially with the digital traffic coming from. You have hub in Singapore, you have hub in Hong Kong, and usually our traffic is from the US. So this is like all these contents. So that's why in the scale in the future, you need to think ahead of time because the subsea cable build is not just overnight. This is built at least 2 to 3 years, sometimes going to 4 years to able to deliver the whole system. So that's why we have a Bifrost. This is the first cable connected from Singapore all the way to California, and in the middle we split landed in Davao. This is the first cable owned by Facebook, Telin, and KPL together with Philippine Landing Party is Converge. So this is the future plan for our Filipino digital highway requirement.
Apart from that, what is the next growth channel for Converge? What is the idea that really excites you moving forward?
Well, our country is really totally unique. We have more than 7,000 islands. So we are looking at those who can serve by the fiber. I think this is around 70% land-based or 70 to 75%. We have 25%, this is remote site, mountainous. The community is not reaching by our infrastructure. So this is, I'm looking at to set up a satellite to able to deliver the high-speed broadband to the remote community and to able to serve this small community in far-flung barangays. So anywhere in the Philippines, my dream is to able anyone to have be connected to the internet if they wish. And this is our dream.
But before that, of course, we're still looking to recover from the pandemic. What kind of initiatives have you started in Converge so that we can get to recovery for the company, for the economy?
In our sector, I think this pandemic is pushed us a lot of requirement. So especially now, I feel this this month of lockdown, this end month of July and first week of this weeks, our demand is surged again because of people are lacking in the house, and people are screaming of the better connection. So they want to have, if the connection at home is not good, they want to find a better connection now. That's why our demand surged again this month. No? So we seen the quality of broadband connection is really our consumer looking for. I think that's a sector we have. In fact, this year with the pandemic, I just got a report from my HR. We hiring close 1,000 people to able to commit the delivery of the demand of the consumer. Yeah.
Mm. And how have you tried to resolve those concerns about the speed of the internet? What kind of upgrades or adjustments have you had to make?
The speed right now, in our case, we don't see any issue in our speed right now, no? Because this is, I mentioned a while ago, this is totally optics, no? So in terms of blockage, we don't have blockage. International bandwidth, we have just recently acquired 2 landing station existing running already gateway in the Philippines. It's called EAC and C2C. This is owned by DCI and Testra Australia. So we have a partner ownership on this in Batangas and Cavite.
Well, still lots of projects down the line, and a lot of market players are excited about the prospects of Converge. CEO and co-founder Dennis Anthony Uy, thanks so much for your time, and it's a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you.
Thank you.